The story of the ball game is Miles. He's a guy who, had struggled against left-handed hitters, and he made a couple of adjustments tonight that really created some movement. He added and subtracted with his fastball a little bit better than in the past.
Even if you had alternatives, would you just kept riding him there?
Yeah, Daryl was an alternative for us. We had Coxie going, but he threw, I think, 20-some, 30 pitches last night. We wanted to ride him a little bit. We knew in order to get to, the next day, to have a chance to win this up there, we knew one guy was going to have to be stretched out of the bullpen. So that was Miles tonight. We were just going to win or lose with him.
Maybe it's a coincidence, John, but last year was Holder, Woodruff, and Langren. This year, Miles Gentry. What is it about throwing freshmen in this kind of a spotlight environment that really works for you guys?
Well, he's been good for a while. I mean, his first 4 or 5 outings, I know you guys remember, this spring were pretty good. It's just the whole issue was the left-hander. How do we get the left-hander out? And I think with what he's done with Butch in the bullpen, and again, adding and subtracting, off his fastball and creating some movement, that was big. Their 4-hole guy, Dantzler, 4-hole, yeah. I mean, when he struck him out, he has not made a left-handed middle-of-the-order guy swing and miss like this year. And when he got that swing and miss, I think it really changed things. And Dantzler is one of really good hitters in our league. I mean, he has just destroyed us. And usually left-handers are going to tee off on little arm slot guys, but I think he created again. You look at the velocities, he's going 73, 74, 73, 74, and then wham, he threw a 90 and a 92. And, creating different velocity and adding and subtracting is big.
I know we've talked about this before, but just the resiliency of the group. You had the trap ball, they didn't let that get to them, they scored late again. 17 innings last night, nothing seems to phase them.
Yeah, that was a tough play. I tell you what, I really felt like the ball was caught from the dugout. It's just hard to see. So certainly, things happen in ball games, and you got to deal with things. And our kids are resilient, and you just got to keep on fighting and competing. That's what our kids did.
What did Gentry do tonight to get the left-hander out?
He took something off his fastball. Again, he normally stays in that 85 to 87 range, which is a pretty good velocity for a down-under guy. But what we wanted him to do is get down in the 70s with that, just to plant something different in the mind of the left-hander, and he did that. He had a lot of big misses arm side when he took something off the pitch, but he was able to, again, create different tempos with the fastball, and I think that's his key, to get the left-hander.
You had to shuffle the outfield with CT not available, but of course Hunter's played center before, and Armstrong and Henderson really saved the pitchers in some innings there.
Yeah, I thought Armstrong played really, he had the one play where he fell down. Boy, I thought Henderson was going to get to that one ball. It was unbelievable how he closed on that ball. Those are 3 guys who can really run. It's nice to have that. CT's not moving around as well as we want him to, and he's one of the premier defenders in our league. And you just go to the bench and have a guy who can really run to the baseball.
John, it seemed offensively, after seeing him on Thursday, you attacked first pitch, strikes, fastballs from Belcher. Just kind of were really, really aggressive early in counts with him, knowing what you saw on Thursday.
We were, and what did that guy do? He just, he said, okay. He gave up. I gave up some hits, and he just went right back to pitching and just shut us down for a long period of time. That guy can really pitch. He doesn't light up a radar gun, but he didn't panic, and he just kept pitching, and he kept waiting for his team to get right back in it, and he did. I was really impressed with what he did, Belcher. I thought he just settled right in and just pitched, and I thought he did a great job.
The ball down the right field line, John, that's a deep play. Just kind of talk about how that came about. Is that just kind of Adam doing it on his own? Or
that's something in practice we work on. Anytime there's a hit and run, if the player can't find the ball, you can't fake a tag, but you can certainly fake like you're catching a baseball at any point in time, and that's what he did. And you can practice it all you want, but if you don't have a guy in the middle who's got great instincts, then those things aren't going to happen. And that's Adam Frazier. You just can't measure what that guy does on the field day in and day out. I'm glad you brought that up, because that's one of those intangibles that people don't always pick up on.
Luis, did he give you what you expected?
Yeah, I thought Louis was fine. We need to attack the strengths a little bit more. I think if he just forces contact a little earlier, I think he's going to ride through some of those innings. But, he just did not force as much contact as I would have liked to have seen.
You can buy your way out of a win, or out of a Friday with a win, John. So Kendall tomorrow?
Yeah, Kendall's going to go tomorrow, and then we got to find out who's available out of the pen. That's why it was so important to stretch Miles here today. All those guys will get cranked up. We have, Holder for an inning. We have Gerardo for an inning. We have Benny possibly for an inning. You just don't know. We'll wait to see how that develops because tomorrow's huge.
Yeah.
If somehow, some way you can win a ball game tomorrow, you get the day off. And if you get the day off, now those guys get the 48 hours, and now you're going to be bullpen can get back to where it was.
I don't know if you watched A&M today, but they've got 4 home runs in this tournament, and Kendall being a ground ball guy, it's got to be a good matchup in that sense.
That helps. I tell you, A&M's playing great. I think we caught them early in the year when they weren't playing as well, but I think this is a different club. They run and they got some power in the middle. That third baseman, he hit balls out of here, and you're a man. That guy can really hit.
How much thought was put into Hunter swing away there in the 9th instead of the bunt? I think it was the 9th.
Yeah, I wanted him to bunt just because I felt like there's just too many opportunities for something else to go bad. He can hit a ball real hard when we get into a double play. He could, you could go into a pop-up. I feel like with the arm strength or outfielders, even if you go fly ball there, it's going to be tough to move. And Hunter's normally a really good bunter, so I thought that was a no-brainer. We got to move those guys over, and Hurdle is a good contact guy who's really come through for us. So, I thought that was the right play at the time.
Can you talk about West's approach on the plate? He came here as a straight pull hitter, basically, and his big 2 hits tonight were right center and right field, and he's doing that a lot more now.
He's gone into a little bit of a 2-strike approach early in the count, and he's got tremendous hands. When he tries to get big and put effort into a swing, it just destroys what he's trying to do. He can just flip a ball and hit a ball off the wall out there like he did yesterday, or today. I can't remember what day he did that.
This morning.
Yeah, this morning. But when he just takes the effort out of his swing, he's a really good hitter. Like, he's a non-swing and miss guy. His strikeouts come from just getting heavy, swinging hard, and he just doesn't need to do that. When he's light with the hands like he was tonight, and even last night, he's much harder to pitch to.